Hello YouTube. I'm just sitting here as I'm picking up my daughter from work. I want to talk about what was on my mind driving here on my way picking her up. I want to talk about bullies, being bullied. I was once bullied in school. I was. And it's nothing like it is now. I mean, so many kids, give me a second, let me pull up my windows. A lot of these kids, or a lot of you children, I don't know, whoever is watching my video, don't know, I just do this for fun. But a lot of you that's watching my video right now, and kids, if you're one of them that are being bullied or even depressed about it, have a voice. Don't tell your parents, tell someone, your parents, let them fix the issue. Don't let no one bully you. Don't let no one bully you. One thing I hate is bullies. I don't like bullies at all. I talk to my kids about it. I always ask every day, parents, you can always ask your kid how was your day, even though they're like, oh, you'll have them say, it was okay, it was all right. Look at certain signs, maybe the way they're acting, or if they have any type of attitude issues. All kids do, but ask them, is everything okay? Anyone bothering you at school? I always ask my kids that. Anyone bothering you at school? Are you okay? Because I know my kids well. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I know my kids. I always ask. And don't let no one bully you. If they bully you, this is what I say to my kids. I told them always, I have two. One is 18, the other one is 14. One is graduating out of high school, the other one's entering high school. So I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, this is what I'm gonna tell you. I mean, what I tell my kids. They ain't nobody. Those kids that bully you are the ones that probably have issues at home that they need to resolve, something that they might be insecure about. Don't be afraid to have a voice. If they bully you, you know what? Talk right back. Tell them, stand up to them. Tell them, okay, if any little thing, one thing I tell my kids is, they put their hands on you, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to defend yourself. That right there is a violation of your space. No one has the right to put their hands on you. Who are they? Nobody. They're people just like you and I. People just like you and I, who probably with issues. And you know what? You stand up to them and tell them, you know what? You're probably standing up for others too that are being bullied. You let them know, you tell them, listen, don't bully me. Or not even that, maybe that's a corny line. I want to say, you know what? You talk right back. And if they keep coming back for you, do it again. And then you let your parents know, you let them know, listen, this is the situation. Parents, resolve the issues. Me, one thing about it, if my kid, tell me, like I had once my daughter tell me it was a girl bully, I went up to her, yes I did. I said, you have a problem, you have an issue with my daughter? And she said, no. She was way bigger. My daughter was smaller at the time. But you know what? Don't be afraid. Go right back to them. It don't matter. Sometimes you just have to fight. And that's how it is. Parents, you have to do the same thing too. You go to school, whatever you have to do, that's the first, second, third, whatever, how many times you have to go back to school. I see now that a lot of parents take it upon themselves to go up to the kid actually and, tell them, listen, X, Y, and Z, whatever. They go in, they'll just start going off. And I've seen a lot of parents, and I don't, I'm not against that. And I tell my kids too, if you are bullying someone, or if you watching this and you're a bully, you should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. Why would, who are you to bully anyone, or who are they to bully you? They're just like people like you and I. Don't let no one bully you. You have to stand up for yourself, fight for yourself. Life is too short, and life is precious. It really is. Sometimes we have our ups and downs, but that's how life is. We have our ups and downs, and we just have to try to find our way out of it. or try to find a better solution to whatever problem you may have. That's how, I mean, I've been there. Have I been depressed? Yes, before I have been. But you know what? I look at my kids and then I just have a second like thought, and I say, I really actually talk to myself, and I say, you know what? No, there's a different way about this, how about going about things, and I just try to fix it. Um, I tell my kids the same thing. Don't let nobody bully you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to be your friend. That's fine. You don't need them. You have other friends. They're very immature. They're immature in the mind. They don't, they're kids. But you know what? One thing, you just don't let them. You say, okay, you don't have to talk to me. They don't have to be your friend. I tell my kids that too. They don't have to be your friend. You know, you don't have to talk to me. You don't have to. And if you find yourself in a bind and you find yourself you can't, you always have that help with someone. Have a voice. Talk and speak up. That's one thing about me. I always, if something ain't right, I'm going to say it, or I'm going to fix it however way. Not in a bad way, but I'm going to stand up for myself. And I tell my kids, not in a bad or negative way, but you know what? Sometimes you have to be tough. Sometimes you have to have that character within yourself and be tough, even if you might be scared. You know what? No, you're not going to do this. You're not going to let them do things to you. Don't let them. I'll always tell my kids that too. And I say that within myself. Even adults could be bullied. And I tell them, and a lot of people don't like to talk to me because sometimes I'm kind of fast in the mouth when it comes down like that. I'm very respectful. I'm not disrespectful. I'm very respectful to people, anyone, kids, whoever. But one thing, if you're coming at me for something or you're acting a certain way, I'm not going to be bothered with you. And that's what you should do. Don't be bothered. But if they come at you, come right back at them again. Don't feel like ending your life is a solution to everything. No, don't do that. I don't think that's a solution, just to end your life. No. No one is worth that. No one is worth you killing yourself. Who are they? Like I said, people with issues. People who are bullying are the ones that have problems at home. Maybe they don't have what you have. Maybe they know and they're just jealous. There's so many things, like, solution and problems to stuff. They may be, I don't know why they do it, but it has to be something that they're just upset or jealous about. They have to take it out on you. I simply tell them, do you have an issue? Do you have a problem? Ask them that, and parents, I'm not saying that all parents are the same. Some parents don't really pay attention, and I know that we all live busy lives, but pay attention to your kids and take some time out and ask them, how was your day? And I always, like I said, ask them, are you okay in school? Everyone is all right? Are you being bullied? I always ask my kids, like I said, and then I tackle the problem right there and then. I don't wait. Don't wait till it's too late. Kids, teenagers, kids, if you're watching, you know what? If someone's trying to bully you, like I said before, stand up for yourself. That's one thing. They won't bother you again. If they hit you, you know what? Punch them in the neck. I'm sorry. It's true. If they hit you and you see, punch them right in the neck. I tell my kids that all the time. Just karate chop them right in the neck. They'll leave you alone. Trust me. They'll leave you alone after that. They're not going to bother you again. Once you get them that scared, that's it. I mean, I thank God it never has happened. I mean, I went to school for my daughter a couple of times, and not because she fought any girls. My she's a firecracker. I don't know. So maybe I talk to her too much. I don't know. She have been bullied by a boy. This is 2 times, and she just flung right at them. And she don't play. She doesn't. My daughter just like that little firecracker. And I went to school, and I'm like, okay, my kids are not the type of kids to be bothered with anybody. My daughter actually likes to work with people with special need kids or anyone. She doesn't have the heart like that. My son is just the sweetest thing. He don't like to be bullied too, but he know what, even though he has a voice, he tells me what he tells, and I tell him, I said, okay, so what did you say? If any little thing, he'll say, well, I told him, you know what, you're the one that's stupid, or he'll just come out and say something to defend himself, but they don't bother him. And so yeah, that's what one thing that I have to tell you is, or say, is don't let no one get you to the point that you want to kill yourself. What is that going to resolve? Nothing. You know, and if those who are depressed and you feel like you're depressed about something, a lot of the times it's like money or whatever. I find it a lot like, for I have friends that sometimes it's just money, or, you see them like, oh, they're struggling. But you know what? Find a solution around it. See what you can do. You're the only one that can fix the problem. No one else can do it for you. You're the one that can fix the problem. Um, just find another way. I mean, don't be afraid to ask for help. Tackle on another second job. If it has to do with a relationship, leave the person. Even sometimes everything isn't good for you. Sometimes you may think that a person may be good for you, woman or man. I mean, whoever you're with, that person may not be good. You just have to just probably fling them along. Tell them no. You know what? Because you're more important. No one is you're more important. And it's not worth you being depressed over. I mean, it really isn't. Sometimes you just got to let it slide. And you just have to say, you know what? All right, got to think. And sometimes it may hurt. Yes, you'll be lonely maybe sometimes, but you know what? That's okay. You'll find someone down the road. I mean, along everyone, it's always, how can I say? It's always someone. There's always somebody for someone. Someone would be out there. I mean, it's just, is it hard to find a relationship? Yes, but you know what? I feel like depression and bullying, especially being in a relationship, all is in the same category to me. If you find yourself where the only solution is to end your life, don't do it. Why? Why do it? So much to live for. Some people are just so, just get help. Just get help, or just try to find a hobby or do something that may, occupy your mind, or just talk to someone. Don't let no one give you that. Don't give them that satisfaction of knowing that, okay, it's bothering them, let me keep doing it again. I mean, it's sad. I see a lot of people killing themselves. So many people, kids, small kids, what do they know about suicide? Like, that's scary. One thing about me, or one thing that I'm scared of basically, is that I don't want to ever know that my kids are in a predicament where they want to just kill themselves. No. And I tell my kids that. I talk to my kids a lot. They even like look at me like, oh, mom, like, oh, like, why are you talking about that? Well, I'm talking about it because I have to. I'm a mom and I have to do it. I mean, you have to play that role. I have to act. Like I said, one day I was depressed. Really, I was. But you know what? I woke up from it one day and I said, what the hell am I doing? Like, why am I? I looked myself in the mirror one day and I'm like, why am I getting myself all worked up now? I don't care.